It's Week 18 of the National Football League.
And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs. He's one of the league's best, currently third in the NFL in receiving yards.
It's the Bills and the Barons, next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Brooklyn Barons and the Buffalo Bills. Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, our visitors, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense, my goodness, over 50 points in the win last weekend. When you do that, you're not going to lose very many games, maybe not any games.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, it's Zach Wilson.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Ball again on second down. And he's got some space here. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Barons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off play action. Allen. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. Throwing again on second down. Allen. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
Ball again on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Taken in at the 3.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Going deep for Diggs. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. This one hauled in by Sample. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from the sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Allen to throw once more. And incomplete on the deep ball. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Dancing to his left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills have got it back to within a score. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 30, right?
Not one that I've ever met. Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson, a quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He missed on his first 3 passes. He's 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll give to Hall. Dances by at the 20. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
There's Wilson to throw. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, and his throw's going to be incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To the air, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good footwork at the 30. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, Wilson gets this one to Morris. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A give running right is Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, it's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. On third down, here's Hall. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they have regained the lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Matt Ariza sent on to punt. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
You know, we have to start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I was just going to say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Here's Matt Araiza now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On the slant, he's got Davis.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Paul on a give up the middle. Down inside the 40.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From just shy of midfield, Allen.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This one from 46 yards out. The kick is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. The defense able to force the interception, and the offense into field goal range and able to get 3 of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they didn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides be thrilled with that.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard. The urge to go for it is almost irresistible. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bills offense back out onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. This is Dillon on the counter. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
We often talk about situations situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Harris to return. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And the ball is knocked out. And the Bills have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to catch football and absorb the hits. Not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. It was still more than a minute to go half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So that one overturned. They say the knee is down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Yeah, he'll find Hall.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
To throw again is Wilson.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
2nd and 2. 1st down marker at the 5-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An extra defensive back for the Bills on 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Carlson is good, and they have regained the lead. Well, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And able to get this out to the 25.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll get started in the AFC. A game that all of a sudden has a whole lot of intrigue. Cleveland heading to Foxborough to take on New England. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the 2nd quarter. It's Mac Jones with a touchdown pass there. From there, let's head to the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado. Check in on the Broncos. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jerry Jeudy, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for our visitors in the first half. And they've had their way running the football well over 100 yards already as a team, with 2 more quarters still to come. Meanwhile, for the Bills, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's going to have a Bills first down as he gets it up past the 35. Well, these two teams are hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen. He gets it to Bolden. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42.
Now a handoff up the middle. Meredith, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run on first down. Meredith, and tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Dillon, they tried the left side with him. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Allen going to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Bills have come back to regain the lead. They don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
15 yards to the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hall. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And some room to roam now. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 152 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 37-yard line. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Hall again. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Up the middle they go. Meredith. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7.
Holding offense.
The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle. And he's taken down. Able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. They'll run, it's Hall. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds, the final clocking. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. His throw incomplete. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did, that time for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Harris returning.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
On third down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Bills getting set to go.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
John Franklin Myers.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And he's got his big tight end here. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. On the return, Harris. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now Wilson. Being chased out left. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to about the 45. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Wilson. Gets this one to Morris. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Carlson able to put this one through, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy, and they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Bills going to take over again on offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Straight ahead is Hall. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 189 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Von Miller able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now it's Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Wilson. On the slant, he's got Davis. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Barons will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit. Found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. That time a 6-play drive. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. They've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Allen now looks to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. One final try here for Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll toss it out right here to Hall. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Hall again on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
From the 6. The Bills ready to take over.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
To throw, it's Allen.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Now Allen, gotta have this one.
He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Ball again on 2nd down.
And they'll get him down right about the 20.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So we've seen this before. He's made 6 already, and now he'll try to become just one of a handful of men to make 7 in a game. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 15. A minute 35 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Allen. Finding Sample. Finding space at the 40.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Throwing is Allen.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt.
Now Allen.
Eluding the pressure right.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Buying time to his left.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here's Allen.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for our visitors,
they'll finish a game below 500 at 8-9 on the year.
And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for Buffalo,
this loss will mean they finish the season on the wrong side of 500 at 8-9.
And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end.